Start recording here and start. Good morning, Arizona. This is Kyle Smith.
And this is Jose Tapia.
What's up, you pigs? You slime?
Oink.
You trash?
Swine.
Swindle. You're a pig and you know it. You need to be led by a carrot on a stick, like in Minecraft. Steve, the government played by Steve, needs to sit on top of you and ride you around very slowly. Because why would you ever ride a pig when you could ride a horse? These are Minecraft jokes that you boomers aren't gonna get. But hey, you know, people out there, the Zoomers, the millennials, they might like that. Anyways, what I'm talking about. Oh, oops, that started playing. What I'm talking about is reopening of America.
Yep, it's finally happening.
Yes.
Is it happening? Is it happening in some areas and some not?
It kind of is happening. Even the NFL's like, we expect full stadiums.
Nice.
I know the Astros had a full stadium, or allowed a full stadium. I don't know if they're actually sold out, but they were allowing a full stadium for opening day the other day for the MLB.
Oh yeah, wasn't it snowing?
Was it?
I
don't
know.
think it's still snowing there, but yes, America is reopening, and certain people on CNN don't like it. The people who especially don't like it, and they're saying the quiet parts out loud now. Here's the thing. For years, I've noticed this, that these people trying to lead the brainlets,
the midwits,
right? They're becoming lazier on trying to hide it. Right? They're becoming emboldened, right? There was this narrative that Trump emboldens racists to take action. Yeah, well, leftists are emboldened to just outright show their authoritarian hands. They don't even care to hide anymore. Now, hopefully this will be their downfall. Their hubris will be their downfall. They're getting too comfortable that even dumb people can now plainly see what they're playing at. I hope that's the case. It's yet to be seen. Now, anyways, what we're gonna get to, Dr. Leanna Wen. I don't care if I said that, Leanna. I don't care what your name is. Poochie.
Is it doctor?
Yeah, when you get that doctor's degree.
What's up, doc?
Former Baltimore health commissioner. Nothing good coming out of Baltimore. What was on CNN talking with my favorite portrayal of Fredo.
Oh.
Yes, I don't even remember his real name. Fredo.
Cuomo?
Yeah, Cuomo. My favorite Cuomo brother. She was on with him talking about people being vaccinated for COVID and reopening the country. Just take a gander, take a look see, take a peek, take a listen. Take all those visual verbs, do that on YouTube, and take a listen on radio.
There are many more people, millions of people, who, for whatever reason, have concerns about the vaccine, who just don't know what's in it for them. And we need to make it clear to them that the vaccine is the ticket back to pre-pandemic life. And the window to do that is really narrowing. I mean, you were mentioning, Chris, about how all these states are reopening. They're reopening at 100%. And we have a very narrow window to tie reopening policy to vaccination status. Because otherwise, if everything is reopened, then what's the carrot going to be? How are we going to incentivize people to actually get the vaccine? So that's why I think the CDC and the Biden administration needs to come out a lot bolder and say, if you're vaccinated, you can do all these things. Here are all these freedoms that you have. Because otherwise, people are going to go out and enjoy these freedoms anyway.
First of all, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
She's already telling you the Biden administration needs to grant you these freedoms. You're allowed to have them if you get vaccinated, which entirely goes against the definition of freedom. I am free to do it.
Yeah. Daddy government doesn't have to
You're
tell
not
me.
allowed to, you can't grant freedoms. They are free. They are for you.
They're God-given.
Yeah, as the Constitution said, as Abraham Lincoln said, he said, "Let there be freedom," and there was freedom. He wrote the Constitution, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Now him and Roosevelt, Teddy,
Yep.
they wrote it. Anyways,
The big stick Teddy.
yeah, he was riding multiple things.
Yep.
Riding that horse to write the Constitution. Anyways, so first of all, she wants the government to grant you freedoms, which is totally what's the word I'm looking for here?
Ridiculous.
Not okay, ridiculous, but contrast. What's the word I look for here?
Contradictory?
Contradictory. There you go.
Mhm.
You can't grant freedoms.
Yeah, it's a contradictory statement. We are not supposed to rely on the government to say, "Oh, okay, you can go out and do all the things that you could be doing anyways because those are your freedoms."
Second, that's what I was referring to in that really bad intro, was that all of you are pigs. You need to be led and influenced by the carrot on the stick. With how fat our country are, we probably wouldn't be going after carrots. But
Burgers, Ameri burgers.
yeah, burgers.
Burgers on the stick.
Also, by the way, 78% of hospitalizations for COVID are for overweight people. Oh, crazy.
Correlation?
It's almost like, the healthcare cost in this country would go way down if we were just healthier to begin with. Insane. I know.
What a concept.
I know. People are like, these healthcare costs in America are too high. How about we just get healthier?
Healthy at every size.
We don't. How about we just don't go hospital to begin with?
But we're healthy at every size.
No,
Kyle,
okay,
don't
anyways,
you know?
we're getting off track. So yes, you all are sheeple. Literally, that's literally what she's saying.
Yeah.
We must lead you we have to lead you. You are too dumb. And there are people who think like this. They're like,
Who works for who?
I trust those in the government. I just trust the CDC. Now, there are people with expertise you should listen to, but you should research. You shouldn't just take their word for it. You should do your own research too, and listen to others' opinions. Third, she's just outright admitted that lockdowns and COVID policy are political and have other motivations in mind. She said, we have to tie COVID policy with being able to go out and be free, or else people will take the freedoms for themselves. Listen to the fact that she didn't mention that'd be people that reopening and people taking those freedoms wouldn't be disastrous health wise. She never said all these people would die. She just said
Yeah, let us go back to being like normal.
Yeah, we can't have them going back to being normal. We just can't have that unless they do it by our way.
Wake up, people.
Yeah, wake up, wake up. Have you woken up yet?
They're feeding you. This is what the name of this show is Bread and Circus, and what they're trying to give you is just, here, take this check and take this bread, and then stay out of our way and do what we tell you.
Yes, if you do what we say, then you can go to the circus.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to say.
Dude, what happened to Circus? Are they all dead now?
I'm pretty sure circuses still exist somewhere. They exist in Vegas.
It's not the same.
Anyways, but they are showing you their hand, and it's becoming more and more apparent. I've noticed this for years now. Years, people. Now communists are just outright just being, yeah, I'm communist.
Yep. It basically, I mean, who was it? Was it Reagan or somebody that said that when fascism comes back, it'll take the name of liberalism?
Yes, he did say that.
Yes. You are being so liberal by forcing other people to live by your rules.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the ironic thing, is saying you're liberal, but then instituting government rule, which is, again, contradictory.
Yeah, you guys aren't liberal.
You aren't liberal as in liberty.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you know what the meaning of that is? They don't. They don't know it. They're all concerned about what's the greater good.
They're all T and no lib. liber.
They're all tea and no liver.
Yeah. I want my freedom.
Yes, but you're only free to do it because when we feel safe.
They're all tea, like I said. They're as the kids would say, they're all about spectacle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. I'm a good person.
Look at this. Look at me on Instagram Live.
Yeah, wearing a mask.
Yeah. Look at me. Look at me in front of this fence that's in a random parking lot. You know who we're talking about? We're talking about AOC. I hate her. As the T, yes. Instagram Live. Anyone know what's happening at the border?
No, I haven't heard anything.
It wouldn't surprise me that you don't know, because the Biden administration are trying to cover it up. There's reports that they're actually like wanting people to delete photos they've taken inside facilities. The reality is that facilities on the border for undocumented people, as they would say, is up higher than any time it was during the Trump administration. Maybe because
why is that?
Don't exactly know. Maybe it's because immigrants now have more confidence to try and get in now that Trump is out and Biden is in. I mean, you have people literally showing up in Biden shirts.
Let me in, Biden.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Let me in. Say that in Spanish.
Déjame entrar.
You gotta say it twice. Like
Déjame entrar.
Okay, there you go. It's close. Yes, but the reports are that these facilities are overpopulated by more than they ever were under Trump. Yeah. The new report is that there's an all-time high record of 19,000 unaccompanied children just in the month of March have crossed the border, which is 60% more than the previous high of the month prior. Which the previous high was 12,000.
That's insane.
Yes,
That's
but
insane.
according to AOC, it's no longer a problem now. So she was on Instagram Live. Someone asked, "Why aren't you talking about kids in cages anymore?" And she went ballistic because the hoochie's insane.
Yep, you got caught up looking like a fool.
Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Nostalgia hit for anyone who was watching American Idol back in like the early 2000s, whenever that episode was. Anyways, she went off. She was like saying that it's not a crisis. It's somehow not a crisis anymore. She was saying that the Biden administration is improving things when they're not. It's literally the same deal as before, even now more overpacked, more kids unaccompanied and missing that we don't know where they're supposed to be or who their parents are.
Yeah. Have you seen these conditions, Kyle?
I have seen there's conditions. There's people packed in like sardines. People used to say, "Oh, these are people. They deserve better. This and that." What about now?
I don't hear nothing. Hello?
I'm doing the Hulk Hogan. The ear to the crowd. I don't hear nothing.
I don't hear nothing, dude. Nothing from the mainstream media about how bad this is.
From the mainstream media, AOC's outright saying things are improving when they're not. They're getting worse.
They're denying it. This is like freaking the Soviet Russia, dude. No, that's not the truth. No, listen to us.
No, she's literally full of beans.
Full of beans.
She's full of beans. Remember this was what, like 9 months prior. She had the impromptu photo shoot at the gate, and she's literally in tears and like
in a white suit.
The one I hated the most was when she's looking directly at the camera.
Yeah,
her face is so ugly. Whereas, first of all, she's ugly all the time. Okay, stop. I don't want to hear about like, oh, but she's good looking though. She's not. She's not. I'm tired of hearing that opinion.
Your opinion is wrong.
Your opinion is wrong. If you're gonna worship any Democrat woman for being good looking, then pick Mama Tulsi.
Yep.
Otherwise, your opinion sucks. And you just want a commie woman because you're a loser. Anyways, she also then got triggered because someone called it a surge at the border, which there is. It's a literal increase in people trying to get in and unaccompanied children. He said, don't use the word surge. If you're using the word surge, that's a dog whistle. Because it's really, it really means these people are calling immigrants insurgents. Which is just so dumb that it's hard for me to even say anything.
It's a synonym for bad hombre. Bad hombre.
Because though technically surge and insurgents share the same Latin origin, no one in practicality puts those two words together. A surge just means an uptick, a rise in something, and an insurgent literally means like citizen undercover agents that would, almost like guerrilla fighters, but that fit in with the general population. Those literally have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, it's quite a stretch to link the two. But
I feel,
she just made the connection in her head, and she's like, it makes sense. I have to use it.
Every day, America gets up and stretches. But I feel like America's gotten so limber and continues to get more limber. They just keep stretching. It just keeps going. I mean,
what do you mean, Kyle?
I mean, America has stretched so far now that we could be in the circus.
We could be in the circus. Look at us. Look how limber we are.
I was just trying to make a metaphor about stretches.
Yes.
I don't even know what to respond to that. If she were to say that to me in person, I would just have I had this dumbfounded look when I first heard it, and that's just how I'd react. I couldn't even put up an argument. I would just feel like I would just look stupid. She said something so stupid that I would look stupid.
That's how she gets you.
That's how she gets you.
Oh my gosh! How do you respond to you're just like, no, sweetie. Surge does not mean insurgent. That's it.
That's it. That's kind of it.
But she has a freaking screen that she can just rant off, and people are just like, "Oh my god, yes, queen, say whatever the hell you're saying."
Oh my god!
Don't think about it critically. Just listen to her. Oh, she sounds loud.
In your white suit that supposedly meant white supremacy from Melania, but when you wear it in front of that fence, then it is for feminism power. Ooh, yeah.
It's also tiresome.
That's what that one guy said.
Yep.
Lesion in Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, is that a phrase?
They changed the meme to look like him.
Anyways. I get it. Because he's Asian.
Yes, he's from Hong Kong.
What's going on in Hong Kong?
I don't know.
We're gearing up for amphibious warfare, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, are we moving to that?
Oh, I just wanted to put as a tangent kind of to this thing.
We might be fighting over Taiwan one day.
Yep. And so the Marine Corps is reorganizing itself dramatically.
And the answer to the question, are you Japanese or Chinese, will be very important because it will distinguish enemy or foe or friend.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, China's gonna go to war with Japan. We're gonna have to help at some point.
Yep.
At some point.
And South Korea, counting on you too.
Because since World War II, we're like, Japan and America are like, what would I? Long distance brothers.
Yep. Got you, brother.
We're not always with each other all the time. We're long distance. It's like if my brother were to move, but when we come back, like in a movie or something, we go, ugh. You see like your long lost brother and you go, that sucked.
But
let's
do it again.
Yeah, you do that.
Yep.
Think about that.
Yep.
Think about it.
Yep.
Like when the Iron Giant says familia in the racing movie. It's like that.
Oh, okay.
What's the racing movie?
Cars?
No. It's with Iron Giant voice actor.
Iron Giant. Oh, Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
I had to make the connection.
When he says familia, it's all about family. That's what us in Japan are.
I can actually hear Vin Diesel. That was pretty good.
Anyways, that's what we are. So, moving on from that, that wasn't supposed to be a full. That wasn't supposed to be a full tangent about China.
Oh, well, we got to keep on the back of our head. China delenda est.
Anyways, thing is, border sucks. A Fox business though. You don't need to be talking about the border at all times. I'm trying to learn about what the stock market's looking like.
Yep.
Okay, Fox. I know. Like, hey, I'm concerned about immigration too. But your Fox business, I want to hear about the business. I'll go to regular Fox for the border wall.
Where's the money?
Anyways, moving on. I just want to give a tangent about Fox business because I'll defend Fox a decent amount, even though I don't actually watch them. I'm not a huge fan, but I'll defend them against people just complaining.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching the stock market early in the morning, and I'm watching Meet Kevin's live stream, and he switches to Fox Business, and it's about the border wall. I'm like, I'm trying to learn about what Tesla's looking like going forward. I don't want to. I'm not interested in the border wall right now. Anyways, moving on. There have been several attacks lately. There's a mass shooting in Colorado. Today there was an attack in DC on cops. A man drove his car into a police barricade, got out with a knife and charged officers. In the crash, one officer was killed. A second is still hospitalized. The perpetrator is now dead. One thing about this attack and the shooting in Colorado, they were perpetrated by white men. White men. Or so a lot of Twitter thought.
Oh.
A lot of Twitter thought,
Hey, the white man.
the white man, I can't remember if we talked about this Colorado shooting on our last episode, but I'm gonna look up his name. Or you don't even need to know his name because they're all don't give him glory or whatever. But the shooter in Colorado was Middle Eastern of some kind.
Yeah.
It's escaping my memory about his origins. I'm pretty sure he was an immigrant. He's not even American born, I think.
Yeah, immigrant.
21 or 22, he was young. Young man killed, I think, 8 to 10. Right? And he was arrested alive. And people took to Twitter without knowing who the perpetrator was. They said, oh, arrested alive, it must be a white male. Well, white males always, they're just incels and they kill and they destroy. And it turns out it was a Middle Eastern immigrant. Not even American born. He was a brown guy from a brown land.
Yep.
And they said, oh no. No, it can't be. He's a light-skinned brown man. That counts still. That counts. Even though his name was Aziz, Zaza. Something like that. You can call me racist, but I don't care. I don't care about disrespecting this dude. Or the Middle East in general. That's a joke. Boom. I respect all peoples. Sometimes. Anyways. And then today, people, here, I'm gonna read a direct tweet.
I bet there are a lot of tweets.
This is Shannon in Ohio 4. This woman is running for, I think, like Ohio Internal Congress or something. She said, quote, so dude rammed into 2 cops, injuring both, waved a knife at cops, and just got arrested, which is apparently on early information because he's dead now. Should I guess what he looks like?
What does he look like?
Well, obviously insinuating that was a white man. because they didn't learn from the Colorado shooting literally a week prior or so.
They never learn.
They didn't learn. They have no
learn.
shame. They don't reconcile. They don't think back. They just... All evil in this world has to be perpetrated by white men. White men.
I think it's a mental condition, bro. Like I don't understand.
They hate them because they ain't them.
you may have touching the truth on that, man. There's a lot of you can just feel the resentment in these people. You can feel it.
I mean, I'm joking.
I feel it.
Yeah, everything's perpetrated by white men. Let me read you this tweet by Eugene Gu, MD. If you don't know this guy, he's a dumb doctor. How's he a doctor? I don't know. He's a because you could be smart but unwise. He's a doctor. He got kind of famous on Twitter because he just responded to Trump all the time. But as we've talked about in a previous show, there's been a big increase of Black on Asian hate crimes, and that's still going on. There have been more cases since we last talked. But here's a tweet from this guy. He has a lot of followers, blue check mark, and I've seen other people have this sentiment too. I'll read this. Black on Asian crimes only occur because of our system of white supremacy that strips African Americans of their economic opportunities while taking respect and dignity away from Asian Americans. Also, white people in power are experts at dividing and conquering to stay in power. What the hell does that mean?
White man bad.
What the hell does that mean?
He's the cause of all things bad.
The white man. First of all, I thought minorities couldn't be racist. That's what I thought. I thought to be racist was just a white thing. I thought it was literally just a white thing, that it was privilege plus power. But now apparently minorities can be racist to each other, but it's the white man.
It's his fault still.
It's the white man pulling the strings. Which again, you minorities, you're too dumb. You're too stupid. You're being controlled by the white man to be racist. You're too dumb to not be racist. But it's okay. It's okay that you're racist. It's okay you're beating up innocent people. The white man made you do it. It's not your fault.
Dude, where is personal accountability? Where is responsibility?
It's not there.
People are taking responsibility for stuff other people do, and not taking responsibility for anything that they do.
Just insane. As we've talked before, it's very American idea that race is this simplified of whites versus everyone else. That's just such a stupid way to think about the world.
Yep. These people have the memory of a goldfish.
Or that there can't. Or that somehow like white people unite with each other. I mean, we don't have to go back that long. The Italians and the Irish of America hated each other. There's infinite amount of examples. It's just dumb.
Watch The Sopranos.
You know, the rest of Europe didn't join Hitler. They weren't just like, Mein Führer, let's take over the world. Anyways, we're running out of time. Thank you, Mein Kampfs.
My struggles.
I want my people. Thank you for listening.
Mein Volk.
We will be back here for we will be back here to talk about how much we love communism next week.
Yep. Bye.
All my comrades. Peace out, my homie, my C's, my C rads.